Hello, my name is Satterfield. I'm a parishioner at Christ Church Cathedral. I'm 28 years old, and I've been asked to talk a little bit about privilege. When I first think about privilege, I think about myself and my upbringing and the family I came from. I was afforded a happy, healthy, safe childhood, both in terms of mental and physical, as well as spiritual and academic. So I came up in a place where I had a lot of privileges that I essentially took advantage of. I mean, I did the best I could in school, and when I was on sports teams and things like that. Because of that, and because of my parents' ability to support me financially, I was afforded to go to university. And I think about that privilege put me a part of society that gave me a lot of opportunities to lead to things in my life. Meeting my husband, being a part of an organization that I'll love for life, as well as the career I have today, and the ability to travel and to see friends in different places and experience world cultures. So personally, that's how I think about privilege. And then I think a little bit about Christ Church Cathedral and what we've got here and the different type of parishioners. And I think about just basic privilege, the ability to have a hot meal, to have a roof over your head. When my husband and I go to blues games, I see people who don't have homes that are sleeping in the park or standing in line in a van for food or using a porta potty as their bathroom. And I think, wow, I mean, when you talk about privilege, just basic needs that are met. And I'm able to do that for myself. On top of that, having an education to understand how to take care of myself, how to feed myself the right things, and how to dress appropriately, and how to address certain health issues. So for me, it's a big spectrum depending on what you talk about. Also being a white woman that comes from a technical background in terms of academics, I think about that privilege. I'm in the minority there, which opens a lot of doors that you can debate whether are fair or not, but I've been given opportunities because of who I am, which I think is great, but on the flip side can work as a disadvantage. So I think about that. When I think of privilege, I don't think of race, and I think that might be because of how I grew up and how my parents emphasized it and the type of people I surrounded myself with. Socioeconomically, I think it was pretty standard, the type of people I met with, but in terms of racial background and sexual preference, it was very diverse, the people so a face to me, I don't associate a certain type of face with privilege, which people might say is privileged of me. And I think a lot of it comes down to people associate with how they identify with certain issues, and that's how I identify with privilege.